What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video. So I've been doing an analysis on Doc's video title, Things That I'm Learning Part 1. He told me to go ahead and open up this whole thing in one of my other videos I made. And so I thought I'd basically kind of chime in, throw some ideas, watch his reactions to some of the frustrations and holdups and all that you face, because no platform is perfect. And also watch him acknowledge some of the things that, for the most part, many people experience when they get to the PC side. But, I've kind of chimed in on a lot of what he talked about in terms of functionality, hardware changes, possibilities. But he does give a conclusion at the end of this video, and I thought it was very interesting because I wanted you to hear from someone else who, for the most part, has played on console and, is starting to make this move to PC.
Now, if you have a 1080p monitor, oh my god, the game even looks even better because then the pixels match. But again, this doesn't look bad at all. Alright, so let's quit the
This
game.
is Helldivers he's playing and talking about.
So yeah, I don't know what else I can show you guys, but I think that should have been enough. The fact that I could play a PlayStation game, then turn around and play Xbox game, and I spent less than I would have spent on both consoles, and I don't gotta pay for online either to play the multiplayer portion of these games. And the inconvenience that I got to deal with is this, right? Now, some people also say, "Hey, but what about like when you want to do something else, like Netflix, Hulu, or whatever?"
Well, it's a PC, it'll do everything. That's kind of one of its conveniences. The moment they started making, PC, the moment PC started becoming more versatile, that was where their appeal, or kind of was. So that one thing he just said, the fact that he can turn around and play a PlayStation game and turn around and play an Xbox game with a small inconvenience is something that is a big deal for him. It's been a big deal for a lot of people, but not until recently, anyways, could you play these PlayStation games. But to be very honest, the games that are also, on these platforms, and I've said this very, a lot of times, the exclusives that Sony has, they are not overly appealing to a huge number of gamers. Obviously, their biggest games that are played on their own platform is Call of Duty, FIFA, Fortnite. So the majority of gamers are not necessarily into these games anyways. Now, yes, there are people who are, and they've been able to leverage them to sell exclusives, to sell consoles, these exclusives in the PlayStation 4 era, in the PS3 era, and such. But now that PC gaming is so much more accessible in terms of better hardware and scalability and flexibility, basically you can scale your hardware to what you want. You can literally take your existing build and you can make it a monster at any given moment that you feel like doing it, right? You can use a mouse with the ball in it. Basically, you can use parts that are still, old, and you can recycle them. You don't have to worry about them being outdated. Like your PlayStation 3 controller cannot play games for you, and on a PS4, right? And very soon, I'm sure a PS4 controller is going to become obsolete. Whereas that same PS4 controller, if it's your favorite controller, you can use it on any PC that you want to, for the most part. And if anything, you can download a compatibility software if it's not compatible, and you can basically make it work. If you get what I mean. And those things are free. You don't have to pay any money for them. So I think that's a very strong argument, and for somebody who likes something like that, and seeing how PlayStation is basically obliterated, in a sense, obliterated any sense of that, sole console exclusivity. It's a whole different conversation that we're having now. Ghost of Tsushima is gonna come to PC. I'm gonna probably try and pick it up when it's like $20. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, I don't even have any time to game. I've been working on my own video game, and so not too much time to play video games anymore. Maybe Mortal Kombat. I think I picked up Mortal Kombat again. I was so happy because you could play 20, 30 minutes and be done. That's why I like, fighting games, and I used to play FIFA, but I don't play anymore. So I don't really have anything to casually play for the most part. So I think that if there's anybody who wants this experience and just be able to take charge of their hardware and not be locked into an ecosystem or whatnot, they can definitely, in my opinion, go ahead and pretty much enjoy this or experience it for themselves. And, the cost of entry, again, like I've said in many cases, is not that much, especially when you compare it to how much it will take you to run your PS5 or your Series X, depending on the subscriptions you're getting. you can get a better unit for less money. You could build one by yourself. You don't have to buy a pre-built device. You can watch a lot of YouTube videos from, credible people who actually do this stuff, whom gaming PC component manufacturers trust with their products. Sometimes they'll give them a review copy. Sometimes they'll buy their own. I say review copy. Their review units. Sometimes they'll send them out. Sometimes they'll buy their own units as well, and they'll show the data. That's the thing about it. They just put the games and run it through the games, and they just present the data to you, so you can look at the data from multiple sources, and you'll be able to get yourself a really good idea as to how these components work when it comes down to it. Video over. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.